Greetings, my fellow descendants. It's your boy right here, K Pro, and I'm back with another tutorial. You're probably wondering what I'm about to teach right now. So you guys are writing on Friday, and I decided to pull out a tutorial of surds, right? I don't know what they call this question, guys. No, it's either they call it squaring both sides, or they call it solving for surd equations or whatever. I don't know. Okay, but it's an equation, right? And a lot of people have a problem with this, including people that I tutor on a daily basis. They've been showing that there's a problem in this. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly how to do this one. I'm just going to write, what do they call it? Squaring, right? Squaring both sides. How do I put this one? Let me write surds instead, right? Surds. Is this clear enough? Surds. Make sure that you do subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's the only way you can give back to me. And I have a WhatsApp group chat link in the comment section. Join the group. Communicate with me with any problems you are facing in regards to any of the tutorials that I've dropped before. And I'll be of assistance online. Okay? Make sure that you do follow us on Facebook as well. It's SciMaster ZA. But however, if you ever feel like you want to follow me personally, as a scientist and as other professions that I do, it's KPro RSA on Facebook, or KPro, and it's KPro RSA on Instagram. So make sure that you do follow me as well there. So let's get the show going. Now surds. Now guys, I'm not really teaching surds, but it's surds equations, right? I don't know what they call them, but then I'm just gonna try and be short. Right. All right. There we go. Surds equations, right? Okay guys, now the question is, what are these? Let's go to our paper. I am using the 2020 paper mathematics. You can just open that and go and look at question 1.1.4. there we go guys. Okay, now this is a question that most of you guys are getting wrong, and let's see how many marks it has. Ooh, crispy 5 marks for free. A crispy 5 marks for free, guys. You can't lose these marks. Guys, you cannot lose these marks. Okay, guys. Let's see how we can do this one. They're saying to us we have a square root of x. Yo, guys, my handwriting. Make sure you have a pen and paper there, please. Yo. X plus 18. X plus 18. I have one of the most awful handwritings digitally. I think on paper it's better. X plus 18, I hope that's clear. Make sure that you're writing down what I'm saying. Is equals to x minus 2. So it's actually equals to x minus, oh my god, no. No, I'm not going to tolerate this one. Right. Alright. So it's x minus 2, right? So since it's x minus 2, x minus 2. Okay guys, now the simplest way, I am not going to create a scenario here. This is simple and straightforward. Where now you just listen to me and follow the steps as I say, and you're going to get full marks. Simple. When we have a bracket in this manner, what we're going to do, this is part 1 of the tutorial, right? Because it comes in many forms, right? This is part 1. I'm going to do part 2 because I'm really trying to keep my tutorials shorter nowadays, right? So what you're going to do is that you're going to put brackets on both sides and put a square, right? So we are squaring both sides. This question is usually there. If they don't put the exponents, they put this. So I'm going to try and give you 3 types of these questions in different tutorials, right? So I'm trying to make my tutorials shorter, right? So what you do when you have this type of scenario, I call this one scenario 1. Scenario 2 is loading, right after this one. What happens when you have something like this, guys? Now when you have something like this, you're just going to square both sides. Put brackets outside this, put a square, put brackets outside it, and put a square. Now the rule of math says this here, originally, there is an invisible 2 in the square root here. Ne? I need to understand that there's an invisible 2. So now that the invisible 2 will cancel each other with this square root, right? That's why they call it a square root. There is a 2 down there. We also have something called the cube root where there is a 3 there, right? So once you put brackets and you square them, this allows you to remove these two. They will cancel each other, you understand? Because exponents, I think they are the reciprocals of surds or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. So once this is out of the way, what do we have remaining? We have x, right? My handwriting is so poor. Plus 18. Can you see how simple this thing is? So the first thing you do, you're going to try and remove the square root by doing what? By adding brackets that have a square on top. Why a square on top? Because there is an invisible 2 here. So this will allow this 2 to cancel the whole square root, right? Now what we have? Plus 18. 18. I'm sorry about that. Somebody's paying attention to the battery of my PC. Do not worry. Just don't worry. Alright, it's equals to. Now, this brings me back to what I taught on my other tutorial about simultaneous equation. When you're dealing with something like this, do not try and act smart. Distribute this how? Open up two brackets, right? Because this says squared, and we know what squared means, right? So, there we go. Open up a bracket, right? I'm not going to solve all of this. You know, guys, I like shortcuts. I like shortcuts very much. I like shortcuts. All right. X, let's see what I can do. Oh my God, why? Why? Yes. X minus 2. We put another x minus 2. I hope everyone can see that this is x, ne? So when you see something squared like this, you open up the two brackets because squared means times itself. Ne? Simple. Now what do you do from here? You're just going to simply distribute, guys. It's so easy. Algebra here from here. Algebra, we're distributing now. Can you see? Oh my God, why? We're distributing this x inside that. Then we distribute the 2 inside this. Then we distribute this inside that. You learned this in grade 9. We distribute that. Then the final product is most commonly or most usually or most likely. English is a problem to me. It's most likely to be that now your answer is going to be a quadratic one. You're going to have a quadratic answer. And what happens when you have a quadratic answer? You equate everything to 0. And then you solve for x. Are we clear? Remember, this is an equation. We can go back and read the question properly. The question says, solve for x. So this is an equation as well, guys. We are solving for x. But in this manner, what we did first is that we simplified this thing by removing the what? The square root. Now that we have everything in order, what we're just going to do, we're going to apply our algebraic knowledge and then convert everything here into a quadratic equation, right? By equating everything to 0. Once we have the quadratic equation, we can use what? Either we're going to use the brackets to factorize a trinomial, or we are going to use what we call the quadratic equation, which is highly recommended by me because it will never lead you astray, right? Then from there, you're going to get two answers, right? X is equals to this or x is equals to that. Done and dusted. A done deal. Ne? A done deal. So let me check if this question doesn't have anything related to checking, because usually there's always an extra mark for verification. So I want to see that there's no verification needed here. Okay, no verification needed here. Okay, we don't need to verify anything here, I believe. But if I'm mistaken, then my fellow scientists out there that are watching these videos will correct me through the comment section. Okay, but this would be the x is equals to whatever, or whatever would be your final answer, and that will be it. Very easy, free 5 marks if you know what you're doing. This is scenario 1, guys. I'm going to drop scenario 2 and scenario 3 because they are different, but you're applying the same concept. Right. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Facebook as well. I already gave you the handles earlier on. The link to the group chat is on my description and on the comment section. Ciao from me, your boy K Pro.